We told you earlier about the upcoming probe into possible abuses of terror suspects by the CIA. Well, that investigation has prompted 7 former agency directors to send a letter to President Obama. Now, in their letter, they expressed concerns about the chilling effects such a probe could have on the CIA's ability to protect the American people. Republican Representative Pete Hoekstra of Michigan joins us now by phone with his own thoughts on the CIA investigation. He is a ranking member of the House Intelligence Committee. Thank you so much for talking to us today. These 7 former CIA directors are apparently asking President Obama to end the Justice Department's criminal probe into the harsh interrogation of many terror suspects who are responsible for killing Americans. All 7 of these former CIA directors served both under Republican and Democratic presidents. I want to ask you why you say that it's the Dems' attack on the CIA as pathological liars that's damaging morale and is distracting counterterrorism efforts.
Well, what happens here is this is unprecedented. Every living former director of the CIA, except former President Bush, signed on to this letter. They're recognizing the same thing that I am, that this is damaging to the morale of the CIA. These CIA folks that are being investigated now, this was self-reported by the CIA to the Justice Department back in 2004. These folks were held accountable by CIA. Congress had this information. Some of these people were disciplined by the CIA. And then the career prosecutors within the Justice Department did bring charges and prosecute one of the individuals. They've been through this before, and now we have a new administration. And now the administration this new political administration is going to go back and review the judgments made by career professionals that were made in the previous administration. It's really pretty unprecedented.
You're talking about them taking action against the CIA contractor David Pissarro. He was prosecuted, convicted, and sentenced to 8 years for beating an Afghan detainee in 2007. Do you feel their argument is that the agency has neglected to take action against other such abuses?
Well, that may be what this Justice Department is saying, but the career professionals in the Justice Department in 2004, between 2004 and 2008, said that everything that needed to be done has been done. They investigated these cases and said, there are no additional cases that need to be brought forward. So it's very confusing, and it appears to smack of political politics, partisan politics, that the Obama administration is now revisiting this issue.
The former CIA directors are urging Obama to reverse Attorney General Eric Holder's August 24th decision to reopen the investigation of interrogations following the September 11th, 2001 terror attacks. Now, how could this, if this decision were to be reversed, affect, number one, our intel efforts at a time when America continues to have to defend itself against terrorists, and number two, here we are in Afghanistan. The violence there is increasing. President Obama himself, who was so opposed to the war in Iraq, is now sending more troops to Afghanistan. In other words, more of our American troops will be in harm's way at a time with now the Attorney General wanting to reverse the decision to reopen the investigation of the largest terror attack here on U.S. soil.
Well, what happens? Intelligence is a very, very difficult business. It's a secretive business. There's only a few of us that really know all of the things that our intelligence professionals do. They work under the direction of the president with, oversight by Congress. In this case, they're saying we followed the direction of the Bush administration. Some people made mistakes. They were held accountable. They were prosecuted, or they were reprimanded.
And that's not enough. That's what they're arguing, that holding these people accountable is not enough. Let's just cut the program altogether, or cut the interrogation altogether.
Well, what Holder is now saying is, I'm going to come back and I'm going to reevaluate all of this. And so the people that you have in the field today, they're saying, the rules are always changing, and if they're changing from one administration to another, I really can't take the risk that I need to do, and I really can't have any degree of confidence that if a certain administration is asking me to do something or directing me to do something today, whether that will still be good under a future administration, and a future administration may come back and prosecute you. the answer is I'm not going to take these chances anymore. I'm not going to risk my personal security, my financial security, my legal status just because the politicians in Washington keep changing the rules after the fact. That's unfair, and what it does is it means our intelligence professionals will not take the risk to get the information to either protect our troops on the field in Afghanistan or protect us against another terrorist attack in the United States. You can't keep changing the rules.
All right. Representative Pete Hoekstra, thank you so much for joining us on the phone today on this Saturday.
Great, thank you.
Appreciate your time, sir. Thank you so much. Kelly?
A very passionate Pete Hoekstra today.
Yeah, he was.
Yes, he was.